What happened has happened, and it's there written. You can't come and be through social media. So that's one terrorist organization, social media. Social media is a terrorist organization. What they do, when somebody is in his comfort room and formulate stories, and you will swear that it's true. So social media is a terrorist organization that we must deal with. Security agencies must deal with this terrorist organization called social media. So we're not happy with what's been happening either on the plateau or other places.
With all due respect to you, sir, if you are talking about the disadvantage where some persons will go about fake rumor, fabricating stories that are not real, that would be another different ballgame entirely. But you coming out to criticize the entire social media goes to show that there are some silly things you guys are not telling us. What is the offense so far committed by some of us social media users? Is the fact that some of those news that those days we normally hear on television are no longer so. Every activities of fulani herdsmen are now being reported on the social media, and I believe you and your likes, this is one thing you guys are not too comfortable with, that you guys are making effort in terms of abolishing it. By the time federal government yield to this request, I believe this country might be upside down as a result of what the youth will do to the power that be. And I believe they are going to laugh at it without implementing whatever you have in your mind and that of your co-emirs in the northern part of the country. As we speak, a governor of a state cried out helplessly as a result of killer herdsmen. One would expect in your own office as a traditional ruler and leader, use your voice to tell some of those bandits out there to refrain from whatever activities they are doing, the pains they are causing in the heart of those in Jos Plateau, Edo State, and other southern part of the country. You have never done that. For how many years now, Boko Haram has been terrorizing our peace as a nation. You did not in any way lend your voice, begging federal government to classify them as a terrorist organization, killer herdsmen to be classified as terrorist organization. Yet, you are telling the world that the only problem you have is social media. Gone are those days where you hear breaking news from NTA. These days, the world is evolving. These days, the world is now a global village. We can't afford to be set aside or left behind. Nigerians know the value of this social media. This social media you are talking about have put food on so many tables. Some persons are living with this social media. At the end of the month, they know what they get as content creator. Some of them, what they earn, there are some civil servants that don't earn it at the end of the month. We are now asking the nation to close it down so that they can add suffering to those who are already suffered as a result of joblessness in the country. It is so sad this is coming from you, sir, and it's not going to happen. Because I believe so far, the only offense so far committed by social media users, exposing the craftiness, the heinous crime so far committed by fulani herdsmen, which I know some of you are solidly behind them, because if it is not, by now, you're supposed to first and foremost say those terrorist organizations, you guys in the northern part of the country, the elites, you are not part of it, you are not in support of it. The police must get down to them and bring them out so that peace can be restored back to the nation. You are not declaring them terrorist group, yet social media users. So I want to urge the presidency. I believe it's high time we come back to that same table where everybody will air their minds and decide where to go from now. Because in my village, nobody can sleep with their two eyes closed anymore because of killer herdsmen terrorizing everybody. Yet, some of this elite over there in the north, they don't see anything bad about it. Or touch one of them, they want to set up panel of inquiry upon inquiry just to make sure that they unravel whoever that was behind the buy of their person. But the thousands that their persons are buying on a daily basis, nobody seems to be talking about anything about it. Are we still living as one Nigeria or what? In my own candid opinion, please, the presidency should call everybody, every leaders from the 6 geopolitical zones of Nigeria. Let's come to a round table, discuss, is this marriage still working? What are the advantages? What is the new method we need to apply? Because the issue of 1999 amended constitution and all that, we still reading it, using it to implement laws, I believe it's not working anymore. Because there are some laws that they do obey at the southern part of the country, but at the northern part of the country, it's almost like something that is not working. Are we supposed to be using that in this 21st century? Anyway, whatever you think, drop your comment on the comment section. But I want to send a word of admonition to the power that be. On no account, they should cancel or declare social media as a terrorist group. We are not. We are using it to pass information across. If you have a penalty for anybody that carried out fake rumor or information that is not real, just to instigate one another, there's punishment for that, fine. But if there's nothing of such, you can't eradicate it totally. Because the same social media we are talking about, through it, VDM was able to bring out video of underage girls in Ivory Coast. And today, they are on their way back to Nigeria. Social media that was declared by you a terrorist group is that same media that we used just to tell the world that there are some underage Nigerians in Kirikiri as a result of NSAR bad governance. Those that were arrested. Through that social media, the presidency knows about it and it pardoned them and it freed them. Through that social media, the flood victims received so much from the southern part of the country because people felt there's need to give to them those that was sacked from their home. Social media has done so many advantages compared to the little ones people are doing just to cause mayhem or chaos. So using your own office to tell the Nigerian government to eradicate it or declare it a terrorist group is totally unacceptable, and we are not going to accept that, sir. With all due respect to the office.